Hi guys! So today I have a little video for you. You guys can see it's planner related, and this is going to be a how I plan, I guess, video, or just kind of explaining how I use both my planners, or I have no idea. It's basically me telling you guys how I use my personal planner and how I use my Erin Condren planner, and basically my style of planning, I guess, or how I use them to plan. Basically, this isn't going to be like a full walkthrough of my planner. I am going to do a full like setup of my personal planner at some point, but this is going to be basically a how I plan, because I believe it was on Instagram I posted a picture of both of these at some point, and someone had asked why I need two planners or how I use both of my planners. So I figured that usually I post planner related videos on Monday, and this Monday I do not have any plan with me's because I'll show you guys the spread though in here. I don't have any plan with me, so I will still upload some kind of planner related video. Okay, so I'm just going to get right into it, and to start off I'm just going to kind of share the two pens that I use. I use the Papermate Ink Joy gel pen, because I like how this writes on glossy and matte paper, and I just like how it feels. And I don't know, this is the 0.05 tip. I don't keep track. So I like using this for a gel pen. I think it works really nice. And then I have my Sharpie. Mine has penguins on it. Just a Sharpie pen. It's just a really fine tip kind of pen, and it works really well on glossy and regular paper. These are the two pens that I prefer writing with, so yeah. Alrighty, so I have the Erin Condren planner, and then I have my personal planner, which has two different styles of inserts in there, and I'll show you in a second. But both of these I use to keep everything organized kind of within my life. I've always kind of had some sort of planning method, whether it was with notebooks or in my phone or just in general. I always make lists and keep track of everything like that. But it wasn't until the end of 2015, when I really wanted to get all of my wedding stuff put together, that I wanted to really get into planning. Usually I have a dry erase board in like right to the side of me that I keep all of my bill dues, my work schedule, and everything like that, and any kind of appointments I had. But I wanted something a little bit more portable, a little bit something that I could just kind of keep everything together with my YouTube, my bills, and just everything together. So at first I started off with a planner like this. I didn't have this one, I had the Happy Planner. And I literally just used it with pen, and that's really it, and some washi tape. I wanted to make sure that I could stick with how I wanted to figure out my style of everything and whatnot. And once I kind of got into that, then I splurged. Well, not really splurged. This was actually on sale, and I picked up just the basic Erin Condren planner. And I've had that since May. So it is the end of July now, so I've been using this for quite some time. But before then, I was using the Happy Planner until May. And the Happy Planner was great and all, it's just I didn't like the coils on the side, and it actually broke on me on the side. And the Erin Condren is just a lot better. So I just got the basic one. There's nothing really fancy to it. Most of the time, it just stays open like this on my desk. So yeah. Now I have a kind of weird style of planning, and that is different than most people. And how I plan is, I'll show you guys. You guys have seen in my plan with me is I usually set up my spread, and then I don't really pencil a whole lot in, and that is where this comes into play in a minute. But if you guys can see, I have a mix of different types of spreads, and why I like planning is because why I like planning like this is because it gives me kind of a creative outlet, I guess, and it also helps me keep track of stuff. And I like the stickers because I figured that I feel more productive when I have stickers. Okay, so this is last week's spread, and I actually covered up my paydays just because personal reasons. But this is my last week's spread, which was July 18th through the 24th, and you guys saw this plan with me. And when you guys saw this plan with me, none of the pens were really filled out. And why that is because I am kind of a plan ahead and plan as you go kind of planner person. So what I do is, this is what it ends up with. This is how it looks usually midweek, and this is next week's, and this is what it normally starts with. And I wanted to specifically film this video in the middle of the week, well, mostly the middle of the week, so you guys can see how my weeks start, like just kind of how everything evolves. So this is the end of the week, and I keep track of different things. I do my habit trackers, I keep track of social media stuff, but at the beginning of the week, none of that is filled out. It's completely empty. I like keeping it like that, so that way if things change, I can go back and write it in, or I don't have like a bunch of like things that I have to cross out or redo. It's kind of blank with just my basic everything in it. And that is what this week is. I like having my to-do list on the bottom. I didn't really always do that, I believe. Is it in this planner? I don't think it is, because I'm pretty sure when I started this one, I had a set way of planning. Yeah, I always had my list when I had this planner. But before, I would only put to-do lists when I thought that I would need my to-do list, and it didn't really work out that way. So I like having my to-do list on every single day, so that way when I come in, usually these get filled in as I go. And if I put anything on there, I'm gonna need more room. So I like having my to-do list empty, and I like having one on the side, so that way I can put tasks that I want to get done for the week and place them where they need to get placed. I like keeping my meals empty, which so that way a couple days ahead of time I can fill them in when I go grocery shopping, so I have to do that soon. And also so I can keep track of my dinners and stuff like that. I like putting my paydays in, so that way I can keep track of, you know, different paydays, so I can go back and look at it if I need to without having to like pull up pay stubs on the computer. I can just see it in here. These are normally in the bottom for my YouTube upload schedule, but that's going to be changing just for like a month or so because I have countdown stickers that are going there. But if I'm not using these for YouTube, because my personal planner has become like all of YouTube, I will put different things in for that day. Like, I believe another week had something in it, and I believe it said like pool time. Yeah, it said like catch up on Comic-Con, catch up on Comic-Con, catch up on Comic-Con. If you guys can see over here, it says it. I put like different tasks or different things that I wanted to do that day. I give myself room for everything in here, and I do put other little boxes just in case things come up. Another thing I use my planner for is to keep track of bills, so I have my bills over here, and TV shows, because even though I might not watch Big Brother on Wednesday, I have the reminder that Big Brother came on Wednesday. Like last week, or this week rather, I didn't watch Big Brother on Wednesday or Thursday, but I had the reminder in here that, oh, it came on, so I have to watch it. Same thing with Scream. I still haven't watched Scream yet from Tuesday, but it's in here to remind me that I have to, I recorded it. Okay, so that's basically how I do everything in here. And another thing that I do that most people don't is I tend to plan a month ahead. Not plan, but I do my spreads a month ahead. So August is on Monday, and this is how I usually do my monthly view. Last month was like this. It's actually, last month was one of my favorites. That was last month. And what I normally do is I just kind of put all the normal bills that are in here, birthdays, my wedding shower. I tend to put all the stuff that I have post-it notes in, because this next month is insane because this is the month before the wedding. But I start off with a bunch of post-it notes, and then it becomes into this. And then all of the post-it notes go ahead onto, you're not going to see it too much because it's not that bad, onto the other weeks. Same with TV shows, just so I can remind myself. So yeah, this is how my monthly spread goes, and then once I do this, probably within like a week or so, I will go through and do the spreads. So these are gonna spoil you guys for the month, but this week I did my Minnie Mouse spread because of my goddaughter's birthday. She loves Minnie Mouse. This week I just did a Tangle spread. Then I have my wedding shower spread, which is gorgeous. This is Star Wars, and then I have a Goonie spread. But as you guys can see, it's usually roughly the same thing, but it's all blank, so that way I can fill stuff out that needs to be filled out. So I can make my checklist, I can fill in down here. I have my work schedule, and I love having my work schedule on the side now. I think I'm definitely going to keep it over there because it's a lot better. But I have everything that I need, and this stays open on my desk. I can look over and be like, okay, this is what I want to do for my to-do list. This is what I want to do for that. So that is what really helps me with my planner like this. And then you come to September, and September isn't even done yet. But I have the month all done, so if I'm having a really, really busy week, I don't have to be like, oh, well, I don't have time to do a spread. This is done way ahead of time. Sometimes at like 2 in the morning when I can't sleep. But yeah. So that is how I use my Erin Condren. And this is the week that I'm on right now. As you guys can see, tomorrow is Saturday, and I'm already starting to fill in Saturday. I have to cross off the different things that I did today. So I'll go in and I will put, just kind of squiggle in here for all the stuff that I did do. And then what I don't do, I just put a little dash, and if I put it to the next day, I just put little arrows just to tell me to put it on the next day. And sometimes things don't get filled in, but yeah. So that is how I use my Erin Condren. Now I'm going to show you guys how my personal planner, I'm going to keep that open because I might have to go back to it, kind of intertwines with my Erin Condren, but it also is a planner on its own. So my personal planner is just one of the Michael's Recollection ones. I got black because I figured black would go with everything, and everything in my life is normally black. And it's fairly simple on the inside right now. I might do a walkthrough, but I haven't decorated on the side or anything yet. All the stickers that I normally use are over here, and the same thing for my Erin Condren. If I fill in stuff in my checklist, like the stickers, they're just in the back. So I don't have to go through all my sticker organization off to the side, but I do sometimes. But most of the time, my most used stickers are over here. I have a little notepad just in case, but... And this is my personal planner. I'm not going to go completely through it, but I will just... in full detail. These dividers I made myself. They're just made out of like scrapbook paper, and for right now it's comic book themed. So the first thing when you open it up is my checklist for the month. So this is everything that I want to get done in August, and it has little check boxes, and that's really it. I want to keep it up front so that way I know this is what I have to get done throughout the month. And this checklist will go into here. So if I want to get something on this list done in this week, it will go right here and then somehow go on to the other little checklist at the bottom. So this list starts to get longer as the month goes on. And then this changes week to week. Sometimes this will stay in here for 2 weeks, but the date will stay the same. This is my to film this week list, and like if you guys seen, I did a Torrid haul. I have a hair color dye video that's coming up soon. I need to do my July faves. I want to do my sticker organization, a sticker haul, the one that I'm doing now, and then this one's a maybe. It's a comic book charm one. But as I do it, I cross it out, and this is kind of just where I dump down all of the videos that I want to film this week. And then this, I kept a couple of them in here just to kind of show you. I made this insert myself, and this is my bills to pay. I just made a little kind of spreadsheet, and I put down all of my bills on here. I put the month, when they're due, and then the amount. So that way, when it gets to the date, I literally just put a bill due sticker. So that way, I have them in here, and then I check them off in here. And then when I get done, if you guys can see over here, it gets checked off over here. And like I said, these are kept up front just because I have my last 2 months, just so I can kind of show you guys, but they're going to be taken out. How my bills get kind of transferred into each planner, but I don't always reference this because this is right by my computer, so when I have to pay the bill or when I do the bill, I just go to that one. Alright, and they are on double-sided, so I can save, but I hate writing on this side, so it doesn't. And then I have another divider, and then I go into my weekly planner. I started off using these horizontal ones, or vertical, horizontal, whatever, this style, and then I kind of moved my way to using the So Much Crafting, these. And I like this way so much better because I like seeing my day like this rather than like this. But I've been using this since about June, and for the most part it took a while for me to kind of get a feel for what I wanted to use this exactly for, but for the most part it kind of keeps me organized with YouTube and whatnot. So I'm going to bring you to a finished week. So this is what a finished, completely filled out week does, and I start this on Friday, so you guys can see this is next week. Next week's just laid out basic. This is how it starts off. And then I plan as I go with this one. So every night or every morning I go in, I look at the day, and I write down what I need to get done that day or the night before. And that is what goes for this one. So it is Friday, and I kind of just started on Saturday. And what my planner normally is used for with this is a lot of YouTube stuff, and then stuff that may kind of affect YouTube. So for instance, on Monday I wanted to film these things, and a lot of these things didn't get completely done, but I wanted to film a die review. I put August faves instead of July, and then my sticker haul, but I didn't get the stickers in, so I couldn't do it. And then I wanted to edit all videos and upload my plan with me and schedule the videos that I wanted to get uploaded for the week. So I just kind of put my list here. And then on Tuesday, I wanted to edit leftover videos, start a blog post. I wanted to mail Meg her planner stuff that I was sending her. And then I just kind of put clean because I was off on Tuesday, and I wanted to make sure to get done cleaning as well as doing these other things, so it affected it. And then I put in Pokemon Go because I wanted to somehow fit in Pokemon Go into that. And same thing with on Wednesday. I uploaded my Torrid haul. I wanted to wash and dry clothes. And then we watched The Killing Joke, so that kind of not interfered, but that came into play in between doing all this stuff. So for the most part, my personal planner is a day-by-day one, and just kind of keeps me on track with what I have to do. So on Thursday, again, wash, dry, fold clothes. I didn't get all that done, but I did most of that. I was expecting a package in, so I wrote it in, and then edit hair dye video. And same thing with today. I wanted to upload, and then these are the things that I wanted to get cleaned, and because something didn't get done, I write it down in there. Another thing that I use this for, and it hasn't actually, I don't think it's been written, I think it was written down here like randomly, is like my migraines and stuff, and just like random little things that I wanted to track. I don't think I put it in here, but like, for instance, my Fitbit stuff. It's not on this week just because I had so much stuff I wanted to do this week that I didn't put down my Fitbit trackers. But I have all my Fitbit step trackers in here, and I wanted to keep them in here because I didn't have room in my Erin Condren, and I figured that it wouldn't interfere. It's just something I can put at the end of my days. Or like if I get a migraine, I can put it in here, or if I like just kind of like reminded myself to do something, I can put it in here. It's just random little things that I can put in. I also keep track of my walking and stuff like that. And then like this week, me and Eric started marathoning different Friday the 13th movies. So I marked it in here like, okay, well, we watched that day. We're gonna watch we're gonna watch that and that and that, just so I know if it interferes with anything. And then like the same thing with this week. We had a date night, so I wanted just to mark it that we're gonna have a date night. We had a pool day, so basically anything that happened on this day, even though it was a pool day, I had to make sure that that still got uploaded. I don't really mark a whole lot of like big things, except like, for instance, this was Eric's birthday, so I made kind of a special little post. Nothing really got done today, but I just kind of wanted to make it kind of special, but in the same sense, it's not really super, like, I don't specifically make a theme for each week, which keeps it nice because it just kind of, I like the way that it looks with like the doodles. I think it looks really cute. And I also keep track of a lot of my social media stuff in here. I know that I say I do my Erin Condren, but I do it in here more often just because it is my YouTube kind of schedule. It is like everything like that. So, and what's going to start to be in here, I'm getting stickers, is when I do hair dye reviews. I'm going to mark when I dye my hair, the exact date in here. So I'll put like there's a little like dish or dye thing. So I'll mark it right here. And then each time I wash my hair in between, I'll mark it on the top. So that way when I go to film my hair dye reviews, I know like, okay, well, I dyed my hair on August 2nd and I washed my hair here. I'll just have little marks on there so that way I can know the exact amount of time that it took. And maybe I'll even put like a little like kind of thing like this is what it was, so I can keep track of testing out hair dyes, because that's something I really want to start doing after the wedding, is getting into the list of dyes that you guys really want me to review. Okay, how this planner kind of intertwines with this planner, like everything for the most part gets put in here. It's a lot prettier, it's a lot more easier to look at than say this one, and this one kind of comes with me. It goes more places. It's just there with me more often, so I can just kind of write something down real quick or whatever. This one just stays by my desk and doesn't really move, and it is my reminder for all my other things. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that it answered some questions about my planning style and how I use 2 planners. This one is definitely going to start growing more. It's going to get more use out of it. It's going to definitely evolve. While as this one is probably going to stay the same and just have stuff added to it. Like slowly, like taking away like countdowns and uploads and stuff. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys like these type of videos, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to me if you haven't already. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.